Extra time. We're now going to concentrate on the fast and furious action from this year's Castle Eden Cup. Sponsored by Whitbread Best Scotch, it's the region's own ice hockey championship. Well, the draw produced two fascinating semi-final ties, with holders Durham Wasps being drawn against Cleveland Bombers in a repeat of last year's final, and much improved Whitley Warriors against the outsiders Sunderland Chiefs. It's the Warriors and the Chiefs who take to Durham Ice Rink first. Whitley Warriors of the Heineken Premier League line up with three Canadian imports, brothers Jim and Tom Earl, plus new signing Bruce Stanley. Earlier this season, they slaughtered the Chiefs in a National Cup tie. Scott Mills is one of Sunderland's few survivors from last year. He shares the coaching duties with fellow Canadians John Duncan and Barry Olsen. The format of three 15-minute periods with no stoppage time could give the Division 1 underdogs a chance. How are they approaching the challenge?
Very well, the morale's high. The lads, as I say, they are the underdogs. They've got nothing to prove out there. They've promised me they're going to play like they've never played before, and we're going to have a good game tonight.
What about this shortened version, 15-minute, no timeouts? How will that be an advantage to you?
That's definitely in our favour, yes, because Whitley Bear always been known as a good skating side. So, with a bit of luck, they won't get the chance to wear us down.
A positive approach from the Chiefs then. We joined commentators Paul Ferguson and Roger Thames in the first period with the score 0-0.
Seeing a lot of the puck early on. John Duncan, 19. Barry Olsen, 20. Couldn't quite find a way through to be slipping through there, but blocked by Resolute Warriors defence. And Earl checked there, and this is Stanley, the new man. And there's the opening goal of the game, scored by Tom Earl for the Whitley Warriors. One man down, but it made no difference then.
Well, that's a short-handed goal for the Warriors. Stanley did all the work. He bruises that man right out of the play. The goaltender comes out, cuts down the angle, makes a good save. But Earl, whose 21st birthday it is in a couple of days, picks up the first goal of the game.
This is Tom Earl. Hit the post and out again. And you literally can't get much closer than that.
Well, Tom Earl was looking for number 2, and he did the sensible thing. He kept it along the ice. Let's look at Earl again. He comes in from a sharp angle out of the circle there, and it's a lazy lob that just hits the post, and the goaltender, Anderson, collects it.
5 minutes left in this second period. Still 1-0. Towns trying to alter that scoreline in Warriors' favour. All the way back to Miller and across for Terry Ord. Whitehouse, Ord, and all the way through. And I think Stanley got the final touch from Ord's shot. They've disallowed it, I think. It's been disallowed.
Let's look at this again. There is a man in the crease, or that's what they're saying. That was deflected in on that Ord shot, but they're calling it back.
Well, it's not gone down too well with the Warriors supporters, but the referee was right. And Bruce Stanley's going to have to wait a little longer for his opening goal for Whitley Warriors. Stanley again. And again, the pads get in the way. And the second goal there for the Warriors, scored by Paul Towns. And that's taken the pressure off Whitley. They've had to work for that opening, but they've got it now.
Well, once again, Stanley is involved in this goal. He was involved in the first one. The first shot came from the point, and Towns makes no mistake getting the rebound and putting it under the goaltender. Once again, from a different angle, you can see Stanley perfectly positioned on the circle, takes a blistering slap shot. The rebound comes out. Towns pats it down and puts it underneath the goaltender.
2-0 up, and the Warriors had surely booked their place in the final, but the real drama was reserved for the final period. We join it at the start.
So the third period gets underway with Warriors leading by 2-0, and an appeal from their coach Terry Matthews to turn on the style a little bit. Hadn't found that too easy, but Matthews was among the first to give credit to Sunderland Chiefs, who've done a very good skating job here, haven't they, Paul?
They have. They're an awkward team to play against. They're not as good as the Warriors, but they get right underneath you. I think if you ask a lot of Premier Division sides, they'll say they hate playing against First Division teams because sometimes they do things you don't expect them to do through lack of experience or lack of ability or whatever.
Don't write them off yet, though. One goal could put Sunderland right back in it, and then you really would see Warriors worry. So the face-off down at the opposite end.
Yeah, the referee, that was an offside call, and the referee decided it was intentional, so he shoots it all the way down the ice.
Tom Earl, number 13 there. And Tom Earl trying to get in there and set flying for his trouble. There's a stick gone missing there. And Scott Mills. Tom Earl, the younger of the two brothers, brought over this year to join Jim. A lot of penalty trouble earlier in the season. That seems to have sorted that out now. Canadian players often finding it hard to adjust to British ice hockey, especially when they're under pressure to produce all the time. This is Terry Ord. Kevin Muster checked there, but it's Stanley firing the puck away up the boards. Elliott trying to keep it going. Olsen, Scott Mills, John Duncan. Still with John Duncan. And Peter Graham in no mood to take any sort of chance, and getting one of those large mitts on the puck and bringing play to a stop. A serious-looking Warriors bench. And a good save there by Graham from Olsen. And Sunderland are not dead yet, as I said. And that seems to have woken Warriors up a little bit. Away comes Sunderland again. Duncan, good shot. And Graham again. Hold on to that one from John Duncan. Brother Mitch played in this competition last year, and he's trying to keep up the family tradition.
Well, let's look at the shot here from Duncan. It's a high one. I don't know if that would have gone over the net, but Graham makes no mistake, hangs onto it and calls for a face-off.
Idell trying to come away. Jim Earl, nice house, but losing out there. Sunderland just not able to set up enough shooting opportunities. Tom Earl now for the Warriors. John Idell and Jim are up with him, but Tom back for Jim. And fired it again, and the goal comes from John Idell. The break by the Earl brothers, but Idell it was who capitalised. 3-0 now the score.
Well, Tom Earl did all the work. He got it out front. The shot wasn't a difficult one, but it goes right between the goaltender's pads. The work, as I said, comes out front from Tom Earl. His brother gets it back, a lovely backhand pass. Ardell out front takes a lazy shot, goes right between the pads into the back of the net.
So 4 minutes into the third period, it's 3-0, but not now, it's 3-1. And that brings a cheer. Barry Olsen it is who's hauled them back into the game. A quick response there from Sunderland, and Graham Haysbit really urging his men on. What a brave response from the Sunderland Chiefs. So, can Sunderland produce another quick goal and really turn this game on its head? Really needed a goal, Sunderland, to keep the encouragement going, to keep them skating. Now they've got a bit of defending to do. Stanley again firing it in, but quite getting the accuracy on his shooting that he'd want. Terry Ord. Miller trying to get the puck out and into play. Only wedged in there on the boards. Terry Ord. Alfie Miller. Terry Ord now supporting his attackers. Whitehouse trying to make something of it. Scott Mills and the crowd really responding now. 3 sets of supporters behind the First Division side here. Duncan, Terry Ord doing the defending. And the puck was behind him. Olsen, Scott Mills, 18. And robbed there by Stanley, a really powerful challenge. And Miller breaking swiftly here for the Warriors. And again, Stanley gets the shot in, doesn't find the target. And another dangerous moment there for Les Henderson. A fair old collision there. Get in. Anything goes, more or less. The referee deciding we've had quite enough of that. Here comes Jamal. Change of line there. Over there for the face-off.
Roger, I think one of the problems that the Chiefs are having is that they're playing poor positional hockey in their own end. You can see them bunching. Sometimes they have 3 of their own players in the corner. They really have to spread out and start playing good positional hockey if they want to win this game.
Case of over-anxiety. I would think they've really skated out of their skins here to keep in contention the whole time. Armstrong flicked in and the hand went out and kept the puck away. And away comes Sunderland again. It's really livened up in this third period. Sean Doherty and still it's with Sunderland. Not now, Warriors have got it away. Iredale through, but Tom Earl couldn't get a stick to it and turn it into the net. Halfway through this final period, 3-1 to Warriors. And the pace really has increased in this third period. Paul Lavender, the captain of Sunderland, trying to do the skipper's job. And they seem to have skated with a lot more conviction in this third period, believing that they can actually put away 1 or 2 of these chances. Six shots by the Chiefs, 2 by Warriors so far in this period. Tells the story. Terry Ord, good pass out and intercepted. Duncan. Olsen. Got 1, but can't quite get the second. Scott Mills across there. Duncan again is waiting. Oh, good shot on the turn there, and very smart reactions indeed from Peter Graham.
Well, that was definitely a key save by Graham. A good glove hand save on the slap shot. Look at this. Pivots. Number 19. Duncan takes a shot again right on the goalpost.
And that was close again. Warriors continue to live dangerously here. And the referee at last brings some respite. Sunderland with only 4 survivors from last year's Castle Eden team. As the lines change again. Terry Matthews, a rather more consistent team. You can see Terry at the back there of the dugout. The new generation of Chiefs certainly on the club proud so far tonight. Tom Earl, just out Jim, Iredale. Tom Earl again. Iredale had to turn on it. And again, there were green shirts and skates in the way of it. Neatly brought down there by Scott Mills, but puck not quite finding his teammate. Armstrong. And another great collision there with the number 10, Lee Elliott. 10 years since military chiefs were formed. Graham Naisbitt, one of the men who've kept the club going through a difficult spell. And I'm sure he'll be encouraged by their performance tonight. Kevin Muster now. Flicked away by Graham. Peter Graham really has taken no chances. Kevin Muster, one of the club founder members there, making sure he keeps on his toes right to the end of the period. Tom Earl there. So close again. The Warriors continue to live dangerously. Muster. That one into the box. Kevin Muster, the early defence man. Scott Mills ready for the face-off. Alfie Miller. Just 3 minutes left in this final period. 3-1 down for the Chiefs. Sunderland trying so hard to create an opening, just not falling for them. Alfie Miller now. Offside.
Well, you can see it written all over their faces, can't you? They're just trying so hard, as you said, but they can't get the puck out of these close encounters along the boards, and they're losing just the last touches there. They're just not getting it together in the last couple of minutes here.
Sunderland's done the majority of the attacking, 8 shots to 3 in this final period. And still they're battling away down there. Warriors have control of the puck. Ardell trying to turn it in there. Olsen away. Scott Mills. This is a good looking break. Mills fires it into the boards. First to it. Oh, that was a good shot there from Duncan. An excellent save from Graham. They're really finishing with a flourish here. Muster. Released by Graham for Steve Smith. And Tom Earl is quite happy to just fire that one up the ice. Picked up now by Ian Russell. Muster couldn't quite get onto it. Still they're going, Sunderland. To the final minute. Saved by Henderson. Out it comes again to Smith. Tries to control it. Again, they're going to skate in the way of it. And here's a break on now. This is Barry Olsen. And Olsen scores. And that one nearly brings the house down. And Sunderland are going to end this game in style, come what may. And he really took his chance well.
Well, the coach is calling him off the ice so they can change the lines. Look at this, a lovely breakaway goal by Olsen. He beats the goaltender right up in the top corner. Graham goes down, but he can't stop it. Once again, from a different angle, we see Olsen breaking in on the right-hand side. He does a good job of beating the goaltender in the top right-hand corner.
The dying seconds of this match, it's 3-2. And Sunderland have to pull off something spectacularly impressive here, but the final hooter goes, and their late rally comes just too late. The Sunderland Chiefs 2, the Whitney Warriors 3, and the Chiefs and the Warriors have been on the warpath in the third period. And what a credit to Sunderland. They may have gone out of this Castle Eden Cup, but they produced a tremendous fighting performance in their very best Castle Eden Cup tradition. And they rallied so well towards the end. They made them fight all the way, but they couldn't quite put the Warriors out of this competition. So it's Whitney Warriors who go through to the Castle Eden Cup final. Winners here against First Division Sunderland Chiefs. The final score, the Chiefs 2, the Warriors 3.
Barry Olsen, Sunderland's man of the match. You very nearly did it, didn't you?
too much, too late, really, actually. It was a close game right to the end. Everybody tried hard. I was really surprised. We seem to come up to the teams that are a little caliber ahead of us and play hard. Wish we could do it all season long, actually.
And throughout, you played with tremendous commitment, really like kamikaze pilots.
All the boys were up tonight. They all played well. It's just a shame we sort of staggered off in the second period and didn't come through until so late in the game. And with running time like that, you've got to do it right away and then hang on to it. You can't do it the other way around, unfortunately.
Now, how can you translate that sort of performance to your league form?
Well, the crowd helped a lot. That's definitely, we don't get those kind of crowds where we're from. I wish we would, but they helped a lot. And just always playing above our heads, teams that have a little more all-around depth than we do. We always seem to come up for those. And I think it's our job as coaches to try and raise the level of everybody like that for every game, and I think we do really well.
Yes, a great performance by the Chiefs, though I'm sure Whitley coach Terry Matthews would have been far from happy the way his side was so nearly hustled out of it. But the Warriors go through to meet the winners of next week's semi between holders and favourites Durham Wasps and Cleveland Bombers. That really is a superb game. Tonight, we've a rematch of the '86 final with Cleveland Bombers out for revenge against cup holders Durham Wasps. Well, the Wasps have had problems finding imported talent. 7 Canadians have been sent home, but with Mike O'Connor, Kevin Conway and Mike Belanger, they reckon they got the right blend at last. Cleveland Bombers rely on Canadian stars both on and off the ice. Rich Garneau, Rick Simpson and Marty Williamson do all the coaching as well. The match is over 3 15-minute periods with no stoppage time, so let's join commentators Paul Ferguson and Roger Thames at the start.
The rematch of the 1986 final gets underway with Durham, the big blue machine, attacking the goal to our left, and Durham, the holders, sporting a very dandy line in new shirts, blue with yellow sleeves and blue stars on it, and their fans who cram this Riverside rink will be looking for a 5-star performance from their team. The Cleveland Bombers, as usual, will be as determined as ever, and determined to mainly get revenge for last year's defeat, 9-5 in the final. It's Belanger, the new man, firing that one in. And Durham, Paul, always start with the pressure of being favourites in this competition.
Well, really, they're one of the classiest sides in the league, and with the acquisition of Belanger and, of course, Conway, the top goal-getter last year, they really are a formidable side.
Durham have won the last 32 consecutive matches between these teams, but Cleveland reckon that in this short 3 15-minute straight time periods that they've got the best chance they might ever have had of getting one over on the old enemy. This is Rich Garneau, a lot rests on him. And Simpson, another one of the Canadians, firing it up the ice. I think you can expect Cleveland to adopt a rather more defensive approach and look to steal one on the break. The emphasis is certainly going to be on Durham to carve out the opportunities.
Well, it's interesting you say that, because they have put their 2 top imports on defense, and they've got number 66, Rick Simpson, up front, but the 2 imports are back on the defensive position.
Certainly you can expect those Cleveland imports to be on the ice for a lot of this 45-minute match. And there's the first goal. It's scored by Paul Smith for Durham. And the champions have taken the lead. Coming up to a couple of minutes gone in this second semi-final. That's a disastrous start for the Bombers.
Well, this really was a mistake by the goaltender. Not a difficult shot to handle. He gets down, Chris Newton, but look at the rebound. It comes right out, and all Smith has to do is put it in upstairs into the top corner. One nothing from the Wasps. The shot originates from the point. It's a lazy shot along the ice. A bad rebound comes up, and Smith bangs it home.
Williamson up into space, but no one there to take advantage. Really making the best of the possession. Garneau got a skate to it. An offside called. Cleveland, who found life very hard in the Heineken League this year. Bottom but 1, and fighting to keep away from relegation. But league form counts for nothing in the cup, remember. And how the Cleveland fans making so much noise all around our commentary box would love them to turn over Durham on their own rink. That's almost unthinkable. Rick Simpson thinks though. And fired away there by Cooper. And the equaliser, Marty Williamson. And the Cleveland fans are up, and so are the players as well. It's 1-1.
Well, Williamson stole this puck at the blue line, comes in on Campbell, and he makes no mistake here. Gives a little head fake, and as the goalie goes down, he puts it upstairs. It's a 1-1 ball game now.
So the imported Canadian Marty Williamson, who arrived mid-season, has done the job for Cleveland now. Cleveland Bombers won, Durham Wasps won halfway through this first period. And just in case Durham Wasps thought they were going to have it all their own way on their own rink, Marty Williamson reminds them that that's not the case. Ian Cooper getting the shot in there. Mike O'Connor, the skipper. The puck's loose around the net there. Dangerous moments these. Picked up again by Cooper. Williamson doing well there. Calm stick work under pressure, but the puck is loose again. And Stephen Cooper this time. Mike O'Connor. Adrian Smith in there, lost his stick. And a few men went flying. No stick. He still managed to get the challenge in. Cooper flattered there. This game could get a little physical, I think. Really crashing into the boards down there, but the puck is over the other side of the ice. JP Winlow, the number 19, back there. O'Connor trying to find room for the shot. They're not letting him. Right across the face of the net. And the goal there scored by Johnson. Anthony Johnson puts Durham back ahead. 9 minutes gone, and those Durham fans are back up on their feet again.
Well, this time it's the kid line's turn. They're all around, putting the pressure on. The shot goes right between the goalie and the post, and that makes it 2-1. Once again, the pressure is on. The kid line doing all the damage. The shot comes from right out front of the net and beats the goalie on the short side.
Cleveland Bombers 1, Durham Wasps 2, just 9 minutes gone. And this second semi-final really has got off to a fast and furious pace. Rick Simpson on right at Neil Campbell. And what a lively game we've got, Paul.
We have. We should point out that both the Durham goaltenders have damaged fingers on their glove hands. Killen with a broken thumb, he's not on the ice right now, but Campbell has a damaged finger on his glove hand.
Tyndale, the coach, still managing a good smile there. Rich Garneau, Williamson looking for the shot. Wouldn't come. Garneau again. Cleveland happy to build from the back and take their time over it. Leaving Durham to come pouring forward. And the hooter goes for the end of a very lively first period in this second Castle Eden Cup semi-final. Cleveland Bombers 1, Durham Wasps 2 is the score, and it's been mighty close so far. So Durham lead by 2-1 as the second period gets underway. Smith and Anthony Johnson, two of the homegrown talent, not the imported star duo, have got the goal so far. And Cleveland will be trying to get back on level terms as soon as possible. Williamson, who had a very active first period, getting the first shot in. Garneau. Barnard, skipper. Ian Barnard winning the puck there. Cleveland seem, Paul, to have settled back and let Durham come at them. Is that the tactics you would advise if you were coaching?
Well, it's difficult to call any tactics in a game like this because you're playing straight time. But yes, the difference between these teams, I think, is that the Wasps have more depth. They've got 2, sometimes 3 good lines to go with, whereas the Bombers, well, they've got 3 imports and possibly a couple other really good British players. So it's going to be difficult to play their imports all the time. So they're going to have to relax and let the Wasps come to them and take advantage of the chances.
A little bit of aggravation there. O'Connor involved, I think. So too was Rafferty.
Well, Rafferty was involved in that, and it happened. The goaltender caught the puck. And what happens as soon as an opposite player goes towards the goaltender, the defensemen usually get in there and try to protect him. And that's what he was doing. He was saying, hey, stay away from my goalie. He's just caught the puck. Leave him alone.
Campbell looks fairly capable of defending himself, it looks to me, but we'll go with tradition. Simpson down there for the Bombers. Williamson quite getting the opportunity for the slap shot. Rafferty will chase it, but so too will Paul Smith. Simpson. Oh, good save, that. And a more promising looking attack from Cleveland Bombers.
That was a good effort by Simpson, and Campbell lost that. He didn't have a clue where that was.
Simpson again down there for the face-off. He's winning it. Away come Durham. Conway. Clear shot just over the top. Paul Smith knocking it into the middle. Now Williamson is there yet again. Moutry, the defender, just behind Belanger. It could have been dangerous otherwise. Williamson is there again. This is Cadman. Simpson. Cadman had to turn and check there. Rafferty is up there as well. Simpson going to put a bit of pressure on the defenders. Belanger. The shins there. Simpson. Don't worry, there is padding underneath those big socks. Connor clattered by Adrian Smith. Simpson could be through here. Stolen it. Simpson. And there's the equaliser again. Rick Simpson. It's 2-2. And the Bombers are right back in this game again. Simpson punished them then, and they're jumping up and down on the Cleveland bench.
Well, Simpson has tied it up with an uncharacteristic mistake by Cooper, one of their top defensemen in the league. Simpson comes in, beats the goalie on the glove side, and now it's a 2-2 ball game. Once again, Cooper comes over, makes half of an effort here, loses the puck. Simpson comes in, makes his move on the backhand side, and the goalie is beaten.
Cleveland 2, Durham 2. Anybody's game. And the defending cup holders, Durham, under a spot of pressure here. They've gone more than 60 games on this ice without losing, and they're not even really accustomed to being level and being pushed. But that is not counting for a lot so far tonight. Belanger, and Belanger, the new man, scores. Durham are back ahead. Mario Belanger showing the goal-scoring touch that's made him such an instant success here at Durham.
Well, the French-Canadian moved into the slot here and let go of this devastating slap shot that beat the goalie on the stick side in the top corner. 3-2. Here we go. Smith is in there, but Belanger comes up with a puck. Let's go with the slap shot, and the goaltender is beaten.
3-2 the score then. 6 minutes gone in the second period. And the pace hasn't stopped right from the very first face-off. Simpson firing that one too high. Simpson getting a glove to it, that's quite legal. Simpson again could come away with it. Simpson, it's 3-3. Simpson's done it again. This is a game and a half now, and the Bombers really exploding back again. That man Simpson's done it, and look at the response on the bench.
This is an incredible effort by Simpson. He knocks the puck down, sticks it through the defenseman's legs, and number 25 is beaten once again. 3-3 now the score. A clever little move by Simpson. He takes his time. A cool move right between Cooper once again, and the goaltender is beaten.
Cleveland Bombers 3, Durham Wasps 3. Equally divided, and so too is this ring. Durham Wasps fans lined up on the opposite side, and fans from the 3 other Northeast teams on the side where our cameras are as well. And it's even Stephen for noise, but this is Ian Cooper now, and Rafferty's picked it up. And crunching challenges again. This is Mike O'Connor. What can the skipper do about it? He's looking mean and determined. Tyndale having a word with his troops. Certainly knows he's got a game on his hands here. And that was a bad mistake by Moultrie. Garno is there. Moultrie. Nice play. Williamson. Smith. Offside called again. Produce another quick change of lines. Really taking its toll on these players, the frantic speed this match is being played at. Cooper. Get the goal there, scored by Stephen Johnson, and Durham goes back into the lead again. And the Durham fans applaud and relax, but only momentarily.
Well, once again, the kid light come up trumps. Stephen Johnson right in the slot area, beats the goalie on the glove side, right along the ice. Again, the pass comes out from the corners. Stephen Johnson camped right out front of the net. He gets a lovely pass, wastes no time in putting it behind the goaltender.
Cleveland Bombers 3, Durham Wasps 4. Stephen Johnson joins brother Anthony on the score sheet. Mike O'Connor now, the skipper. Now, can Bombers respond again? O'Connor and Barnard getting into a bit of a tussle there, but meanwhile, away comes Ian Cooper and Anthony Johnson. Fine effort there, just fired wide. Great skill from the youngster. Stephen Cooper, one wildly round the back of the net. Marty Williamson now. What can he do about it? It's really strongly hit. Williamson is back there again. He really is getting up and down this ice. And it's everybody's in there. McLaughlin's in there. Young Johnson. And this semi-final really simmering.
Well, the referee is dishing out some penalties on this one. Williamson certainly throwing his weight around out there. Gary McLaughlin, number 32 for the Bombers, is heading towards the box.
And this, of course, using up precious time.
Stephen Johnson going in, along with Gary McLaughlin, so both teams will be short a man. Well, they're putting Williamson in there too now, so Marty Williamson picks up the second penalty of the game.
So it's 4-on-3 in Durham's favour. And the Bombers really are up against it here. Dying seconds of this period. And it really has been non-stop. There goes the hooter for the end of an eventful, to say the least, second period. Cleveland keep on fighting back, but Durham have just edged ahead in this second semi-final. It's Cleveland Bombers 3, Durham Wasps 4, but still anybody's match the way these two teams are going at it.
Marty Williamson, Bombers player coach, you're one goal down, you're still right in this game.
We sure are. I think the guys are very positive in there. It's crucial right now for us to kill off this 2-minute penalty. I think if we can do that, then we're going to go wide open. It's a big turnaround from we played these guys last Saturday, and they beat us 13-2, and the guys are really coming up big right now.
So the atmosphere in the dressing room is really optimistic.
Oh, it's very positive. It's 4-3. We came to go out wild in this. It's 15-minute period, running time. We got nothing to lose.
So 3 in the penalty box as we start this third period. McLaughlin and Williamson for Cleveland, Stephen Johnson for Durham, and the score, remember, Cleveland 3, Durham 4, but everything still to play for. 4 on 3 out there on the ice. O'Connor, and if Cleveland can just see off the time, they really must fancy their chances of getting back once more into this game. To say they're up for the cup is no underestimation. 4-3 the score. Roger and Bowie down there. Garneau has picked it up. And 3 men come back onto the ice. And the game is back to normal proportions now. That's better news for Cleveland than for Durham. Williamson now. Can he get his second and haul them back into it? And O'Connor and Williamson clashing again. Moultrie. Cooper fires it up the ice. Stephen Johnson chasing it hard. Garneau is in there. Offside called again. And Durham not really taking the best advantage at the beginning of this period, Paul. They're living a bit dangerously, I would have thought.
No, there was some sloppy play, and in particular, I hate to pick on the guy, but Stephen Cooper not having one of his best games. He's been involved in a couple of goals where Simpson has beat him to it, and he's made some terrible passes in this period already. Really has to get in the game.
Garneau. Jed Bowie. Anthony Johnson can get it off him. Bowie. And Neil Campbell fielding that one from Jed Bowie. Leaving it up there, Williamson, a chance! And he couldn't quite take it. Bowie fires it across the face. Barnard. Williamson is in there. Supposed to be a defence man, but hard to tell that in this match. O'Connor, straight at reminder, and over he goes as well. 5 minutes gone in this final period of this second semi-final. 4-3, Durham lead. Still, it's anybody's match. 32 consecutive wins, remember, between these two teams in Durham's favour. Notched up 4 already this season. But this time format is certainly proving a different kettle of fish, and Cleveland really have been in this match all the way. Stephen Cooper. Simpson couldn't quite turn quick enough then to take advantage. Maybe Rich Garneau can get something going. Rafferty. Simpson desperately keen to get on with it. Checked by Stephen Cooper. Hadman and Rafferty up there for the Bombers. And the whistle goes again. Rafferty, the number 4 there. Simpson, the 66, score of 2 of the Bombers, 3 goals. He's desperately need him to complete a hat-trick now. Can he do it? Can't get a shot in. Paul Smith. Garneau marking tight. Mario Belanger desperately keen to get on with it. Down there. Simpson. Puck's loose. O'Connor got to it first. Conway. Garneau. Paul Smith cut it out. Williamson making a bit of stopping in this game. Can't quite put the passes together in telling fashion, Cleveland, to make the best of the possession they're winning. Williamson again. Cooper. Bowie fires it back. Adrian Smith trying to turn. Battling with Conway. And Smith is getting in there, and the fists fly once again with Kevin Conway. And he's definitely a little upset, Mr. Conway. that Adrian Smith is in the friendliest of moods at this precise moment in time. One of the worst aspects of a referee's job is that it's his little task to pull the players apart. And Adrian Smith is paying the price.
Well, he's definitely going to sit out for the rest of the game. And I'm sure Conway will be. Let's look at this again. They both pile into the boards here, and they're going off for roughing. You can see it starts there. The check comes in from Conway, and Smith isn't too happy about that. The elbows go up, the fists flying, and that's going to cost him a couple of minutes each.
So 2 in the box, 1 for each side. It's 4 on 4 out on the ice, and there's less than 2 minutes left. And they really must get on with this, Cleveland. Marty Williamson wanted to call a timeout, but there's no provision for that in this competition. Away come the Bombers again. Simpson, Rick Simpson, desperately trying to get on target, but Paul Smith breaking out for Durham. Paul Smith firing it high above the net.
Roger, the Wasps might have to contend with the Bombers taking off their goaltender here in the dying seconds. Let's keep our eye on the goaltender, see if he comes out so they can put on an extra forward. They're trying to get him out now.
But Paul Smith has got other ideas, keeps it out, Belanger can't turn it in. This one is going right to the death. Garneau has got to get on with something and find something quickly. Here come Bombers. Off comes the keeper. They're trying to get the extra man on, and Simpson goes through, and Simpson goes flying. And still play continues. And Smith just lets it go up there, and they've got to come all the way back. There's no netminder on for Cleveland. They really are playing their joker on this one. Frantically urged forward by the bench. Really has been a ding-dong battle. These two teams have an enormous record of confrontations, and the biggest cheer Durham's heard all night goes up because Durham Wasps have got into the final for the 2nd year. The fans can celebrate, but they know just how hard Durham have had to battle in this match. Cleveland Bombers pushed them all the way. They came back and came back again. They tried everything they had, but Durham Wasps, the holders, are into their 2nd successive Castle Eden Cup final. But what a semi-final we've had. Tremendous competition, tremendous entertainment. But the final score, Cleveland Bombers 3, Durham Wasps 4, and the final is Durham against Whitley.
Rick Simpson, Bombers player coach, that must have been really heartbreaking to lose that one 4-3.
Well, it was a heartbreaker. The guys went out there and put 100% into that game, and we were the underdogs going in. We had nothing to lose, so, you know, we gave it all we got, and we gave Durham a good game.
Tremendous commitment from you throughout.
Yeah, well, I think everybody put a good showing in tonight. It was good to see a good team effort from both teams as well, which makes it an entertaining game for the fans.
Cleveland played well tonight. They came out flying, and the periods are so short, straight time, that it's hard to settle the game down. Like I say, they came out flying, and it was a tight game.
And how do you rate Wasps' performance under the circumstances?
Well, we didn't play too poorly. At the end of the match, we were head on point, so that's what counts, I guess.
Right, how do you see the final going, Durham against Whitley?
Well, I think it's going to be a tough match. You know, both teams are going to be keyed for the game. They have a bit of rivalry going as well as us and Durham, so I expect a good match.
Yeah, every team that's in this tournament, there's a local derby, so you'll see good games all the way through.
And I think you lead 4-1 on the match count for this season.
I really haven't been keeping track, but we just take one game at a time, and hopefully we'll do all right tomorrow night.
So the Castle Eden Cup final is between the Northeast 2 senior clubs, and you can see the best of the action in an extra time special on Saturday, February the 28th at 1:20 p.m. International snooker in a couple of minutes, but we leave you with the goals that took Durham's Big Blue Machine into a showdown with the Warriors. From us all here, good night.
standard of excellence which places you among the true superstars of the world. Happily, the British phonographic industry wishes to...
Against Cleveland Bombers. Well, it's a special occasion for the two coaches, both legendary figures in the Northeast game. Whitley boss Terry Matthews made his debut as a Warriors player in 1956, a year after Hep Tyndale's first appearance for the Wasps. Hep only hung up his skates 3 years ago. This final reawakens old rivalries.
Hep was always a big lad, and whilst there's not a big deal of difference in ages between us, there was a great deal of size when I first started playing, and I remember I checked Hep fairly as it was, but he went out of the game, and of course the crowd would roar and on. The next thing I was expecting retribution from Hep for that one, but the first thing he did is come over and said, well, good check, son, keep it going, sort of thing, you know. That's the type of guy he is.
Hep, you obviously played it a bit down that day.
Oh, yes, a little bit. Well, to me, Terry was only very young and a new starter, and I thought, well, a little bit of encouragement to the younger players didn't do any harm. So that's what I did. I just sort of congratulated him on the check and, you know, said keep it going, and that was it, you know.
Right, well, tonight you're off the ice, but you're doing battle again. Terry, you're up against the favourites.
Well, the thing is, when you come to Durham, you see, you've got to beat a very partisan crowd, and you've got to beat a good team at the minute. And so we are really up against it, but I've seen the underdogs come from behind before and win, so the game's never over in ice hockey until the end, the last hooter.
Whoever wins is going to be the top team in the Northeast, so we think we are the top team, and we'll be giving it all our very best tonight.
Durham skipper Mike O'Connor will be hoping to lead Wasps to their second successive Castle Eden Cup victory. O'Connor, with fellow Canadians Kevin Conway and Mario Belanger, form the backbone of an impressive squad. Lacking Durham's strength in depth, Whitley plays an even greater reliance on their three imported stars, brothers Jim and Tom Earl, and new signing Bruce Stanley. Well, there's a great atmosphere at the Riverside Rink as we join Paul Ferguson and Roger Thames at the start.
So the 1987 Castle Eden Cup final gets underway with Durham Wasps, the big blue machine, attacking the net to our left against the Whitley Warriors, who very definitely start the underdogs and straight away are under pressure. Whitley Warriors, remember, a much improved side of recent weeks. And again, they live dangerously in the opening seconds. But Whitley have come into this match with some confidence, and they're very determined indeed. But the holders will have all the way to try and retain their grip on the trophy. And this is a very confident start indeed from Durham. Smith there. And the pace already established, Paul. It really looks as though they're in for a ding-dong battle, as they say.
Well, I'm looking forward to a very physical, high-scoring game today. We've already seen 3 shots just go right past the net there, and I believe that Peter Graham in the Whitley net is going to have his work cut out for him tonight.
Neither team really satisfied with their semi-final performance. Durham Wasps beat Cleveland Bombers 4-3 in a very close-fought match, pushed all the way by the Bombers. Whitley Warriors beat the Sunderland Chiefs 3-2 and never really got into a convincing rhythm. Ice hockey fans have always emphasised just how fierce the local rivalry is amongst the 4 clubs, and certainly the Castle Eden Cup in its 2 years has underlined that. Solid shot that from Stephen Cooper. And battering challenge there on Martin Short. Belanger is away now. Interesting to note that the Warriors are operating with a 3rd line, which is comparatively controversial, though Martin Short is down there in some trouble. He really was clattering into the boards there.
He was really hammered into the boards, and it looks like it's knocked the wind out of him. The referee was right to blow the whistle there, Roger, because there was an injured player down on the ice. I know they received a lot of groans from the Durham Wasp supporters, but when you have a player flat out on the ice, as Morton Short is, they really do have to blow the whistle. Let's see if we can pick this up again. You can see number 4, Short, going in there. Number 5, Stephen Cooper, gets him right up against the boards and hammers him. And you can see he goes down, and he's still not up yet. Good check by Stephen Cooper.
Must have been the shoulder that really took the brunt of the hammering there. And Martin Short's going to come off. Miller, the number 10. Stephen Johnson, the older of the two Johnson brothers, the number 10 for Wasps. Bruce Stanley, one flicked over the attackers. Anthony Johnson, the pass, Ian Cooper, Stephen Johnson's in the middle. Anthony Johnson couldn't get to it, good defending by the Warriors. Could see the opening coming there, haven't cleared the danger yet, now they might. Glyn Hall did well to get something in the way of that. Stephen Johnson, and there's the first goal scored by Ian Cooper, and Durham have taken the lead. And those supporters are up out of their seats. Well taken.
Well, this is a classic goal. You can see Cooper all alone out front. First touch, and he bangs it right under the goaltender. A lovely pass by Johnson from the corner here from a different angle. The pass comes out. Johnson keeps it on the ice, and Cooper, look at him on the right-hand side of your screen, all alone. Bingo, that's number 1.
So, the first score of the 1987 Castle Eden Cup final. Durham Wasps 1, Whitley Warriors 0. The assists going to Anthony Johnson, number 12, and Glyn Hall, number 14. Just over 12 minutes gone in this first period, and we at last have a breakthrough. We nearly had a second there. Iredale. Now, can Warriors respond? Steve Smith. Tom Earl. And Belanger with that shot. Connor. Stephen Cooper. Paul Smith. Conway, Belanger, 2-0. What a great finish from Mario Belanger. And the Wasps beginning to click now. Really was a well-worked goal then, Paul.
Well, Roger, once again, a defensive lapse in front of the net by the Warriors. Belanger is left all alone. A lovely backhand pass by Conway, but look at this. Right on the ice, right underneath the goaltender. Again, we look at this. The defensemen are nowhere to be seen in front of the net. Conway, very quick to realize that Belanger is in front of the net. A backhand pass, and Belanger bangs it home.
So it's Durham Wasps 2, Whitley Warriors 0, 14 minutes gone in this opening period. And that Conway-Belanger combination, which many reckon the deadliest duo in the National League Premier Division, working to great effect there for Durham. And Whitley really do have to respond now. Mustn't let Durham get away here. They're off again. And Graham, fine save. Stanley is on the ice. And Stanley's sorting them out, I think. And that's another fine mess you've got them into, Stanley.
Well, I think Stanley and Conway seeing the funny side of that in there, and they both enjoyed the confrontation.
It was all quite legal, says the referee, Alec Gibson. Penalties there. Miller wins it. Still with Alfie Miller. And they call the gent. Whitehouse. O'Connor striding in there. Belanger. This could be dangerous. Belanger. Oh, great save, Peter Graham. That took guts and skill.
Well, a brilliant move by Belanger to get through, but what a save by Graham. Let's look at that again. Look at this. Goes right round the player, comes in, it's in his skate, pulls it out. But look at that for a stick save and a glove save.
Jim Earl. Tom Earl. Jim Earl follows up. everything's in the net. I don't think the puck was. There's a tremendous tussle as well on the right-hand side. And somehow the referees and linesmen are trying to prize them apart. It's the unfortunate part of the official's job. And an enormous fight between Steve Smith and Glyn Hall. Really is hammer and tongs out there. And the referee's coming out of it pretty badly as well, or one of his linesmen anyway. David Large, the poor man there.
Roger, the referee has the good job. He just sits back and takes the names and the numbers. The linesmen have to get in amongst them and separate them. Let's look at this again. It's Earl involved. He tries to poke that. Goes right over the top of the goaltender. You can see they're not impressed with the way he flew in there. And then the bodies and the sticks and the fists begin to fly.
And what have they sorted out from that lot? There's going to be more in the box than on the ice. I think Glyn Hall's clambering in there for a start. And Steve Smith still wants to get at him. The official's in the box, holding him back. Glyn Hall seems a bit worried about his new shirt. Bit of blood around there, I think, as well, Steve Smith.
It looks like he's been given a match penalty.
That's the red card in ice hockey for Steve Smith.
Yeah, Steve Smith has been told to go. Roger, John Iredale has gone in there, number 18, to serve the first 2 minutes penalty for Steve Smith, who's been kicked out of the game. So he'll be off the ice for 2 minutes, and number 14, Hall, will be off for 5 minutes.
Fierce shot that from Mike O'Connor. Belanger couldn't find Conway. That's who he was looking for. Stanley. Bruce Stanley coming through. Jim Earl. Conway. Earl stuck to it. Belanger and Earl in the corner. Both Earls. Family at war over there.
We have another penalty, this time for charging. Gibson's really got his work cut out for him. And it's Tom Earl who's going off for 2 minutes. And it looks, yes, he's just been given an unsportsmanlike conduct for saying something to the referee, and that's really stupid. You can get away with that kind of thing in Canada, but not in Britain. The Canadians have to learn to keep their mouth shut. Let's see this again. We can see brother Jim Earl going in there, and here comes number 13 in with a charging penalty. He takes more than 2 steps, lines his man up and piles him into the boards, and that costs him 2 minutes.
2+2 penalty. So there's 2 minutes for charging, 2 for dissent. 3 on the ice for Warriors, 4 for Durham. They could score here, maybe. Stanley trying to create an opportunity.
And we have another penalty on the plate. This time it's for hooking. Going against Mike O'Connor, number 17 for the Durham Wasps, so that evens things up once again.
Well, the way they're going on, they'd be better off to stick the puck in the box. There'll be more men in there than on the ice. It's 3 aside at the moment. Stanley and Belanger there. Stanley hunting him almost. I'll be quite content to see out the time in this first period. Stephen Cooper. Tight turn there. Belanger, this could be dangerous. There goes the hooter for the end of the first period, a tempestuous first period. It sees the Durham Wasps into the lead. 2 goals to nil. Ian Cooper and Mario Belanger, the scorers. But the Warriors not only have failed to register on the score sheet, they've had Stevie Smith sent to the dressing rooms with a match penalty. What a first period in this Castle Eden. So the second period gets underway, 3-on-3. Remember, penalties carrying over. Score, Wasps 2, Warriors 0. And quite how they follow the tempestuous confrontations of the first period and the second period really remains to be seen. There's Stanley. He had a fairly busy old time. And the Warriors have already got one man back on the ice. So they're 4-on-3 and they have the advantage at the moment. And Paul, they really do need to get a goal and get themselves back into this game.
That's right. They have to shoot a lot more. Last period we saw 15 shots on Graham, but only 8 on Campbell. So the Warriors really have to get in this game and start shooting on this goalie.
3 minutes of playing time, it's 4-on-3, but Belanger has different ideas. And what a superb strike from Mario Belanger. One man down, but that made no difference, and Hentindale applauds, and well he might. The supporters love that one.
This is a brilliant solo effort by Mario Belanger, the young French-Canadian. He stole the puck at the blue line, lets it go from 35 feet out, and hits that far corner right along the ice. Once again, the slap shot beats young Graham into the far corner, makes it 3-0.
That's a great start to the second period for the Wasps. 29 seconds into it, it's 3-0 now. And Warriors, who still have the extra man, have really got to do something quickly. Earl. Stanley. Belanger trying to get the puck away from him. Stanley wouldn't have it. Conway forward to Belanger again. And while that shot went in, Mike O'Connor came back onto the ice. 4-on-4 now. Walton. And that's a goal for the Warriors. Number 8, Colin Davison. And they needed that one, and that's certainly given them some encouragement.
Well, this is a bit of a lucky goal. I hate to say that, but it is. It bounced off the defenseman. There it is, the net wide open, and all they have to do is put it in. Let's see from a different angle. The shot comes from number 5, Walton. The loose puck in front of the net. Banged into the open net. Colin Davison, number 8, gets the final touch.
So it's Durham 3, Whitley 1. And that's the encouragement the Warriors needed. Belanger, though, waking them up again. Another shot in there from Paul Smith. 26 minutes into the game, that goal came. Belanger. Conway, Belanger. Didn't get it right then. Lynn Hall. And Whitley scoring that goal with their third line on as well, which was a bad blow to Durham. Lynn Hall shot, well fielded by Peter Graham. Belanger, great skill again from Belanger. That's his hat-trick, and what a cracker as well. Oh, they love him here at Durham.
An excellent effort by the French-Canadian. Jumps over the defenseman, pokes it through. I thought maybe Graham could have come out here more to cut down the angle. Beaten on the glove side, upstairs. Again, here we have it from a different angle. Some nifty skate work by Belanger. Gets round the defenseman. The goaltender stays back, and that beats him upstairs again in the top right-hand corner.
So Durham, the holders have responded. 27 minutes into the match, it's 4-1 now to Durham. just when the Warriors were starting to haul themselves back. The holder responded. Conway. Stephen Cooper. Paul Smith. And held again. And Peter Graham really is getting a fair degree to do here. Paul Smith there. 15 shots he's had to field in this second period. Really is quite astonishing.
He's playing a heck of a game out there. He really is holding the team together, Roger. Some excellent goaltending.
And I have a suspicion that his work is not exactly over for the evening either. One flying over the top, dangerously coming down. More trouble here for the Warriors. And it's another goal for Durham Wasps. Might well have been one of the Johnsons in there who got it.
Well, let's look at this again. The rebound comes off the screen. They throw off some wicked rebounds. The shot goes right under the goaltender. Cooper here gets the final touch. Number 1, Ian Cooper, as this wicked rebound comes out front. He takes it around. The goaltender goes down here. You can see it. And that goes right underneath.
So the scorer confirmed. Ian Cooper makes it Durham 5, Whitley 1, and the Warriors in trouble. Really careless, but they've got away with it, or have they? Tom Earl, can he punish them? Whistle goes. Referee calls the penalty there.
Roger, that was a really unusual call. He blew the whistle. And it's a penalty against Cooper, but he blew the whistle while the Warriors had the puck. And now they're arguing the play, and they've given Tom Earl a penalty. I mean, the Warriors were still in possession of the puck, and he blew the whistle, which is unusual. Tom Earl gets a misconduct, I think, for talking back to the referee, arguing the call. I really think Gibson is overreacting here. He really does control himself, and the referee's got to let these guys let off a little steam. This is a fast and furious encounter, and you really have to let them let off a little steam, as I said.
Terry Matthews not too impressed, I don't think, with that one. Would have been even less impressed, I think, if Tom Earl could actually have got to that spectator then. Cooper, Johnson, Anthony Johnson picks up the pieces, and it's 6-1 now to Durham. Those supporters are up out of their seats again.
The draw comes back, the first shot from Cooper, the rebound comes out, and Johnson makes no mistake as the goaltender goes down.
So this is turning into a very convincing period for Durham Wasps. They now lead 6-1. And the now famous kid line strikes to telling effect. Bolton, Conway again. Graham Ord, Conway. What a fine shot from Kevin Conway. He's been kept out of the action, but not for long. And Conway's on the scoring sheet.
This is an excellent one-man effort by Conway. Goes round the defense, shoots from a sharp angle, and it splits the pads of the goaltender there right in the back of the net.
So 38 minutes gone in the match. Durham Wasps 7, Whitley Warriors 1, and the Wasps really do have a commanding lead. O'Connor, Conway, danger every time they attack. Conway, Belanger's in the middle, and Belanger converts the chance. It's the old 1-2 once again. Goal number 4 for Mario Belanger. And what a combination these two made.
Oh, Roger, they really made something out of nothing. Conway here on the far side, Belanger out front. It goes right across the goal crease, and that's in the back of the net. And I really don't think Belanger got a touch on that. Let's see if we can pick this up again. Conway takes the shot from the far side. That goes in.
And the referee agreeing with Paul Ferguson. He's reversed the decision. He's giving the goal to Kevin Conway. So Conway gets that one. And Conway's got 2 in a row now. And there goes the hooter at the end of a marvellous period for the Durham Wasps. They've really piled into Warriors in this second period. And they've boosted the scoreline from 2-0 at the end of the first period to Durham 8, Whitley Warriors 1, and the Warriors are deep in trouble in this Castle Eden Cup final. So let's just clear up that 8th goal once and for all. Conway here with the shot. He fires it in, and I think you'll see that it just gets a touch off Peter Graham. No such thing as an own goal in ice hockey, and that is Conway's goal, all right, with Belanger just there on the outside of the picture. Oh. And Jamel at last gets a goal for the Warriors. So Warriors pull themselves back.
Earl takes it around one player. He's all alone there, and he shoots going the opposite way, as was the goaltender, and that beats Killen in the top corner. Again, from the face-off, number 12, Jim Earl, working his way one way. The goaltender goes with him, but he hits the far corner. Makes it 2 for the Whitley Warriors.
Durham 8, Whitley 2 now. Whitley stage something of a revival here. Tom Earl was in there. Let's liven the crowd up again. Paul Smith on the ice. And Graham decided to kill that one. Cleveland Bombers staged a fighting revival. Very similar circumstances in last year's Castle Eden Cup. They too lost a key player for 10 minutes and fought back. And Warriors pulled something out here. Ord. Stanley. Whitehouse. Puck is loose again. Alfie Miller. And the Warriors put another one back now. Towns. Ord might be set up for the shot. Stanley could instead. Fired right across. And it came down, and Towns has picked it up, and the Warriors have got another one. It's Paul Towns.
This shot from Stanley goes way over the top of the net, but look at this for a wicked rebound. Bounces right out front, the goalie's way out of position, and Towns bangs it home. That's number 3 for the Warriors. Again, the shot from Stanley, high and above the net. But look at the bounce off the screen, and Towns is ready to pounce on it and put it in the back of the net.
So 2 quick replies from Whitley Warriors. It's 8-3 now. Can Warriors still worry the Wasps in this third and final period? Ian Cooper. And a good save again by Peter Graham. Peter Graham down there. And that's another goal for Warriors. Ian Cooper, I think, was in there with the final touch. Johnson was there as well. The result is 9-3.
Again, the kid likes to strike. A good save by the goaltender here. Another save. Number 1, Cooper, is there to pick up the rebound, and he eventually taps it into the open net. The action all around Peter Graham, Cooper, Johnson, Johnson, Cooper. The shot comes in. A good save, but you can see number 1, Cooper, hovering around the net, takes one shot, and then eventually gets another rebound, and all he has to do is put it over there, under the goalie.
So Ian Cooper gets his hat trick. Durham Wasps 9, Whitley Warriors 3. And Durham re-establishing their lead. 6 goals ahead they are now. 5 minutes left in this final. Jamerl, Stanley, Jamerl, Stanley, back to Terry Ord, to skate back rather far for that one. Long Johnson's stick goes flying. Stanley. Oh, couldn't take it with him, now he's got it. And the Warriors have pulled another one back. Stanley lifts his arms in the air. Tom Earl, I think they've got the crucial touch. Let's sort it out again, Paul.
Well, let's look at this on the slow-mo and see if we can pick up who scored this. The first shot comes in. Killen makes a good save. Earl is in there and eventually goes right over the goaltender and into the back of the net. And I got a feeling Tom Earl is going to get credit for that. Again, the shot comes in from Jim Earl. They're giving it to Tom Earl. The shot from Jim there, the goaltender, it knocks him right off his feet. The rebound comes up and eventually just goes right over top.
So Warriors again respond. Durham Wasps 9, Whitley Warriors 4. Johnson and Cooper in there. Whitehouse. Towns. Miller. Another good work there to deny Miller by Frank Killen. Frank Killen, who injured his thumb while he was away on holiday skiing.
That was a brilliant save on this point-blank shot from Miller. Look at the glove hand. Killen goes out, picks there.
Killen will be pleased with that. Final minutes of this final. Terry Ord snapping up one at the goal. Stanley. And they picked up another one. Paul Whitehouse. The captain gets another goal back for the Whitley Warriors.
Well, it's a little late in the day to start scoring goals, but the Warriors are doing just that. The rebound comes out, and Whitehouse is quick to collect on the backhand side, upstairs. Once again from a different angle. The shot from way back at the point. Stanley takes a wrist shot. The goaltender kicks it right out onto Whitehouse's stick, and he's quick to react.
So it's Durham 9, Whitley Warriors 5. And full credit to the Warriors, they pulled 4 goals back in this final period. Just that one Ian Cooper goal for Durham. They look as though they might try and pull another one back. And the scoreline the same as in the 86 first Castle Eden Cup final, with less than a minute left to play. It's Cleveland who were on the wrong end there. It's the Warriors at the moment who are trailing. But they pulled another goal back. It's Durham who scored through Belanger. That's goal number 4. And Mario Belanger doing his best to make sure that Durham get the last word.
A good effort by Belanger. He's quick to react here. Graham a bit slow. You can see he wants to get his skate over to that post, but he doesn't in time, and the light goes on. With 21 seconds remaining in the game, Belanger takes this behind the net. Comes around and sticks it in between the post and the skate.
So Durham 10, Whitley 5. Only seconds left. It might not be over yet. Tom Earl in possession. there goes the final hooter, and Durham are top dogs once again. 10-5 the final scoreline, and those fans at the can applaud their team once again. They've confirmed their superiority as the top North East ice hockey club by winning this Castle Eden Cup final by 10 goals to 5. Whitley Warriors rallied late, but it wasn't enough. Durham's class, in the end, just too much for them. So it's Durham Wasps with the 1987 Castle Eden Cup final, and Whitley Warriors have to be content with the runners-up spot. So Mr. Chris Morin, Managing Director of Whitbread Castle Eden, hands over the Castle Eden Cup to Mike O'Connor, the captain of the Durham Wasps. O'Connor had to sit out the final last year, but he stepped up this time, and his hands are on the trophy. And Durham's grip on North East ice hockey remains just as tight.
Heptondale, Wasp coach, proudly holding the Castle Eden Cup. Did it go to plan exactly?
Oh, yes, it did. I thought we'd really have a good win tonight. Very confident. The boys all played well, and we had a good win and came away with the cup, and that's what it's all about.
A tremendously tough first period. The Warriors really gave you a bit of trouble there.
Well, we expect them to come really hard at us and forecheckers and back checkers and, so, you know, play a spoiling game, really. You know, trying to stop us from playing. But after we got over the first 5 minutes or so and popped a couple of goals in, it started to go our way. And it didn't really... Well, it kept going our way for the full game, really. Apart from the last period when we put one or two of the youngsters on, they started to pop one or two goals against us. But just had to get everybody on to give them a bit of ice time, that was all.
Mike O'Connor, Wasps captain. What was it like out there, especially in that first period? It looked a bit hairy.
Well, it always is against Whitley Bay. We expect them to come out and play tough the first period, and they played true to form. But we knew that if we stuck to our game plan that we'd come out on top, and fortunately things did.
And these two gentlemen standing to your left, I mean, they certainly popped in a few goals, didn't they?
Yes, they certainly put them in when we needed them. Made it a lot easier out there for us.
Ian Cooper, hat-trick for you, great moment for you.
Yeah, it's same last year. I scored a few last year as well, but it's nice to get them in the final. This is where it matters. Last year it was in the semi-final. It didn't get much coverage like, so we're here this year. Makes a big difference in the final.
And Mario Boulanger, new signing, formidable. I guess your English is not too good at the moment. 4 goals.
Oh, I work hard. Everybody work hard, and our plan for the beginning of the game is put more goals than we can. After play relaxed, that's what we did. After the second period, I think we had to lead 7-1. Got to play relaxed. They got a couple of goals, but against us, but we're still confident and we won the game. That's all right.
Is the right word magnifique?
Parfait. Thank you.
Yes, the old schoolboy French was definitely struggling there. Mario Boulanger and his fellow Wasps, though, did their real talking on the ice. All credit to Whitley for the way they battled, but it wasn't enough to stop Durham's big blue machine being crowned kings of North East ice hockey once again. Goodbye.